Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, where this time we're going to be doing a character review and discussion for Clone Commander Wolffe, the leader of the 104th Battalion, specifically the Wolfpack squad, a clone commander during the Clone Wars that served beside Jedi Master Plo Koon, and one of the coolest, not only in design, but in characters that we have in the Clone Wars saga. Wolffe, like many of the clones, is shown to be an absolute badass in combat. He is very proficient, a very strong-minded leader of his men. He is very protective of his squad, very loyal to his Jedi General up until the very end. And even his interactions with other characters in the Clone Wars, such as Anakin or Captain Rex, who later would become an even closer friend, and we'll get into that a little bit. But Commander Wolffe is really one of the ones that stand out. There were a ton of clones introduced in that series and in that time period in general, and he always seemed to be a favorite recurring character. Anytime Commander Wolffe entered the scene, you knew that the Republic was about to have a victory on their hands. I mean, this was a clone that was absolutely fearless. He went up against some crazy adversaries during his time in the war, including Asajj Ventress. And there is a comic where it depicts that Asajj Ventress is the one that actually gives him that scar across his eye, which he wears with pride. Him losing an eye and actually surviving an encounter with someone like Asajj Ventress, who is such a powerful foe to the Republic Army, is something that I think he prides himself on as a battle scar, and really shows his experience and veteran leadership as a clone that really, maintained a strong presence throughout the entire war. All the way up until Order 66, which he would succumb to. However, we do find out later that Rex was able to rehabilitate him. And I love the small cameo of him that we got in the Bad Batch, where we see Rex actually, kind of touching base with him. And you see their closeness. These were two clone leaders of their platoons that really had a lot of respect for each other. And it was awesome to have that moment of reconnection where Wolffe lets them escape, and even though he doesn't fully remove the chip and completely turn against the Empire in that moment, you see the seeds that later come to fruition when we find out in Rebels that he is one of the last surviving clones. Hiding away in a secret corner of the galaxy with Rex and Gregor, and then forming a last stand against the Empire as they join the rebellion and help. Really a great full circle moment for truly a fan favorite clone character. I mean, the design of the Wolfpack was so cool because it really kind of asserted this dominance, and again, you knew that these guys were going to get the job done. And the fact that Wolffe earned so much respect from, generals like Anakin Skywalker and Plo Koon, who served alongside him for years, really held Wolffe in high regard. These Jedi trusted Wolffe with their life, and again, it's really fun that they brought him back for Rebels and, really paid off his storyline. It makes a lot of sense that he would be one of the ones left with Rex. Cody also, but Cody's story has some gaps that haven't yet been filled. We'll find out about him, but as far as Commander Wolffe goes, an absolutely fantastic character, one that I'm really excited about to see if they do anything else with him down the line. The material we do have with the Clone Wars, the comics, all of that being considered, I think he does get a lot of screen time and fairly good development compared to a lot of the clones. The Clone Wars as a whole, that entire era really did a great job of giving the clones individual personalities, kind of making them fit in with the Jedi generals as well. So with Wolffe, we're going to give him an 8.2 out of 10. I think pretty solid ranking for a clone. And again, there were so many different clone troopers, clone commanders, different units that we got introduced to in the Clone Wars animated series that I feel like to score a high ranking, you really have to stand out. And Wolffe does, and I think he is a fan favorite clone. I think a lot of people really like the Wolfpack and that entire concept. So yeah, 8.2 out of 10 for Clone Commander Wolffe. And that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you watching. We've got more of these character reviews in the playlist at the end of the video if you want to check those out. Leave a comment below with your favorite moment from Clone Commander Wolffe. And as always, may the Force be with you. Now let's blow up that like button and go home.